this is Chris with Wetbox. We're out here today trying to show you kind of how our multi-directional pods work. The whole point is that you can see these pods alone, not in a boat, standalone. Basically all you have is a battery, some subs just to balance these out, and some small amplifiers here. You're able to see what these pods alone can do. You can add these to any existing system. If you have a $20,000 JL system in your boat, doesn't matter. The output of these are up to 8 times louder than even the top JL 8.8s. We put these against the JL 8.8s with 4 8.8s facing us, and we have this on video, versus just 2 of our drivers in the same direction. And they were 4 times louder in that single direction. And that's when we were only hitting 120 decibels. We're getting into the 130s with these. So to give you an idea, if the JLs, which they were pushing 100 decibels, 100 to 110 is a doubling of that volume. And so then 110 to 120 is a doubling of that. So that's 4 times the volume when you get up from 100 to 120. Then 100 to 130, 8 times the volume. So we're pushing 7 to 8 times the volume of the JL 8.8s. And you can read our customer feedback on clarity. It's just all there. But the main advantage is sound staging, because frankly, you're never probably going to listen to it that loud. But the whole point is, again, you can have 20 speakers in your boat, but when they're mounted low, you don't get sound properly to the ear. Directionality is everything in sound. And let's just say you have pods now, most likely they're pointed out the back and not really helping your sound inside of your boat. So what these do is, no matter where you are in your boat, it can be a 50-foot boat, 30-foot boat, 100-foot boat, you have even balanced sound as you progress through your boat. I'm picking up these mains. As I get into this area, I'm picking up the lowers. As I keep going through, I'm picking up the fronts. And then this is standalone without any of the benefits of the top. If you have a top fiberglass top, that acts as a reflection point. So these drivers then reflect up and down. So then you have forward and downward direction, which just creates a total spatial feel in stereo staging that you just can't get any other direction. And the whole point is, all you got to do is add an amp and 2 of these things, and you can take a $20,000 system, make it 10 times what it was before. Another important thing to point out is the mountability of these. If you've seen people put, like, say, 8s or 8.8s on boats, they typically have to mount them outside or up on top of the fiberglass, which does nothing for inside of the boat. It basically is to throw sound to people out on the beach or whatever. The advantage of these is we use 6x9. So a 6x9 is the same size of an 8, but it's in an oval. So that makes it where these can mount up much, much higher, just over 6 inches. Whereas your typical 8.8, you'll have an 8, plus you have the grill, plus you have the bracket. They can be 11 inches. So you can't be hanging an 11-inch, from the top of your canopy. So with these, you can either through mount the pole, which gets absorbed through the enclosure, or we have them without those pull mounts and they go right up to your fiberglass. So you're able to walk under them and have a full directional system, and also gain sound reflection off of that fiberglass lid in a way you never could before. So we're going to give you an idea as far as the distance these things can throw. They can do well over half a mile of sound. And again, that's at volume. You'll hear some people tout that one brand is clear, but the bottom line is, if a speaker's only doing 80, 90, 100 decibels, almost any speaker's loud at that volume. The true test of a speaker is every decibel you go up, that's where you really test a speaker on how clear they are. So the fact that these things are crystal clear, pushing 130 decibels, we don't know of anything out there that's doing it. So we're going to give you a demo. If you look here to the distance to this side, we're going to go down that direction, and then we're going to go back down in this direction and give you an idea how far these things can throw. It's Chris with Wetbox. Check it out. All right, so now we're going to give you an idea of some decibel output. It's kind of hard to get on the screen here, but we're seeing anywhere from 125s, 128s. I'll go ahead and let it rip. Okay, so we're trying to show the advantage of these in directionality, of course, that they throw sound an extreme distance forward and back. They can hear you coming and going. And of course, you can also hear them balanced in the cab. So we went as far as we can go in this direction at the end of the complex here. I'm going to have my daughter fire it up and you can hear what it sounds like. To give you an idea of distance, here's how far away we are. See if I can get zoomed in there. This phone will cooperate. But I mean, I literally could go twice as far as this in just this single direction. We've got these tested out at over 3/4 of a mile. I'm pretty sure it'll go over a mile on the water. Gives you an idea. We'll do it from the other side. Alright, so now we're going to show you the other direction. Unfortunately, this far away, my daughter cannot see me unless I move from left to right. So I'm going to do that real quick. She'll be turning it on for me. There we go. Fortunately, it's a little windy. Where we're at. We're a long way away. And again, this is one direction. This thing's throwing the same distance in the other direction. That's why we're pretty confident, especially on the water. We're hitting over a mile. I'm gonna go ahead and drive it with you here. We've got odometer footage on the last one, but I'll just drive it and give you an idea. Keep in mind the phones compress the audio, so it doesn't give you an idea of how loud this actually is. We don't need the key, we'll break it! You get the idea. We can keep going the same distance in that direction. Wetbox audio, multi-directional pods.